Hi and welcome to Let's Talk eBay. My name is Pasini. Today is September 5th, 2021. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. Hope you like the content and come back for more. Today I want to talk about how to become a top rated seller. But before I do that I just want to go over some stuff with you really quick. A little tip here, a little photo tip. And I just want to show you what I've done here. So let's go over here. Let's bump out here really quick here. And we're going to get to that window in a second, but I just want to go over here really quick and show you what I got here. Okay, this morning, this is the stuff I picked up here. I went yesterday to a store. Didn't have much yesterday, it was Saturday. And on weekends, I find out, well, I knew about it a while back, but sometimes you go there because you might get somebody picking stuff up, whatever. They don't usually put stuff out on the weekends. It's usually Monday through Friday they put stuff out. And the weekends, whatever out on the shelves is out on the shelves. So I went yesterday thrifting with my brother, and he picked out this Farberware coffee pot you see here. And he goes, Rich, he goes, you want to get this, you want this coffee pot here? You can still sell them? I say, yeah, the Farberware, why not? Took it home, cleaned it up, tested it out in the store. I think I told you guys once before how to test it out. And what you do is on the bottom of the pot, or you could even open a lid up. And when you plug it in, you could feel the little screw that goes that connects into the heating element, I think. That will get hot. But another way of doing it is just taking the top off. Look, you're not seeing it smoking. You know it works. I think I explained to you guys once before. I bought a little 2 to 4 cup one. I didn't get a chance to test it out. I brought it home, I plugged it in, and lo and behold, it didn't work. I ended up selling it for parts. And believe it or not, people are still looking out the parts for that pot. And I think I already sold the stem on it. And I don't usually talk about how much I pay for that item, but I think at that time, I bought it for $5. So I already sold the stem. And I'm making price comparison with other people. It sold for maybe $10, $15, whatever. People, because the pots are vintage in some cases, they're pretty vintage, and they can't get the parts from all the time. So for the most part, they will, put them up on eBay like I have, and people will buy them. And I got some people looking at the basket. They're looking at, if you see my mouse cursors over here, they're looking at the lid, the basket. It keeps shading it out. It keeps giving you the information there. Where you can see where my mouse cursor is moving here. You got the basket, you got the stem, you got the insulator. If I was to sell this in parts, I would probably make more money selling this pot in parts than I would if I sold it as a whole. But I want to sell it as a whole. I want to get it out of here. But keep that in mind, though, folks. If you see something, if you're in a thrift store, Farberware is the choice of pot. That's the one I like if I'm going to buy electric percolator. These are the pots that I like selling. And I've sold quite a bit of them. I sold quite a few Keurig coffee makers. Matter of fact, I was with my brother yesterday. We went to the one. The company has 2 locations, and we went to the second one over there. It's in the next town over, and they had a Keurig in a box. It was a nice one. It was actually, it was going for a decent price, and I didn't want to buy it. And it was a different model. If you've seen all the different models they make, you wouldn't believe it. Say Keurig makes all these different models. They make models I didn't even think they made. I'm so used to the Keurig single cup ones, but this one here, it was a narrow one. I don't know what model that is, but it was the narrow one and had a reservoir. And the reason why I talked to my sister about later on, she goes, why didn't you pick it up? I said, you know what it is? I said, when you buy those they're like electronic. They got the LED screens on and stuff like that. And I always print that. If they don't have a manual, I print them out. Sometimes the people get it, and what happens is, I'm sorry, I just got to fix that there. What happens is they don't know how to work it. And what ends up happening is they'll end up doing one of the 2 things: item not as described, or it's defective. Okay? Now, I don't sell, if something's not working, I will list it, as I said once before, if you follow me. I will list it and state, hey, the thing does not work, it's being sold for parts not working. Right? That's what you normally would do. For the most part, eBay does not give those, they don't have, in their return policy, and I spoke to a teammate about this here, they really need to step up their game, eBay, and put in there a couple of things, or even like when it comes to canceling. Right now we're talking about the return process. They should put in there, whatever, I would like to return it because I found something better, or if I can get it cheap or whatever. Whenever they want it, if a buyer gets something like that and they don't know how to operate it, right away, the first 2 options they have, as far as I remember, I don't know if there's another one, is item is not described or item is defective, not working. and therefore they'll send it back. eBay automatically opens up a return case, and needless to say, it's going to come back to you as the seller. So they really should change that up a little, because you give it, if the buyers don't want it, they, for whatever reason, they got to change it. You can't always put item not as described or item is defective, not working. Because the reason why I state that to you guys out there is because I know in the past I sold the digital ones with the digital displays, whatever, and the people say the same thing. I want to send it back. It's defective. It's not working. It's not that it's not working. You don't, some people don't know how to operate the thing, even with the instructions. Maybe they don't understand it. I don't know. But they end up coming back to me, and I test them out, and I resell them again, and they're gone. You know what I'm saying? And the next buyer that gets it, they have no problem with it. And I think sometimes what happens is when buyers get items, they don't know how to return it. They don't know how to go about returning it. I no longer want it. But eBay needs to really step up their game and change that policy. Okay? And that's for the buyer, on the buyer's end. Now, on the seller's end, I have a little problem with eBay as well. On the seller's end, they make a buyer. This what happened. I just wanted to share with you guys. These past, one last month and one this month already, just started. I'm getting this thing that it's the second time this happened. Buyers will make a I have everything with best offer for the most part. They will make a best offer. I accept it. I will send 2 invoices out. I will send a contact mail out, ask them one last time, not last time, but if they want the item, to please let me know. If not, I would like to cancel it, and relist it again. I did that to the one buyer last month. Sent 2 invoices out, thanking him for making a purchase, and the other one was a contact via through eBay there, and I stated to the buyer, dear buyer, your item is ready for shipment. If you no longer want this item, please contact me, and please let me know so it could be relisted again. 5 days went by. 5 days, not a peep from the buyer. I called up eBay to find out. I said, hey, can I cancel this order out, because the buyer is not, the buyer hasn't paid yet. It's 5 days, and the buyers and the eBay teammate said yes. 5 days, you give up to 5 days and they can cancel out. I don't like that policy. That's another thing I don't like. They really need to change that up. For the simple reason is, I should be able to cancel it, not within 5 days, not within 3 days, within I would say give the buyer a little, give a little leadway. 2 days, if they don't make payment in 2 days, I as the seller have the right to cancel it without getting a defect rate on my seller account. So they really need to change that. They took that option out. The only thing they did say, well, from what I remember, or the new spring seller update for 2021, is that eBay won't, for some reason, like the way I understand it, if a seller cancels something out, it's not going to act as a defect. So in other words, if the seller doesn't pay within 5 days and you decide to go in there like I did and cancel it out, it's not going to go as a defect. Okay, because I confirmed that with the eBay teammate. But again, eBay should give us a little, change that set when it comes to the seller, change that up a little. Instead of waiting 5 days, give it 2. Because I had potential buyers, that is, watching that item or items, and now they're gone. So now I got to start all over again, and it's a nuisance. And I contacted eBay about it. I reached out to them. All they do is take notations down, whatever, and nothing's going to probably be done. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But it is what it is. But anyway, that's why I don't really like selling the Keurigs or Cuisinarts, with the reservoirs or the digital displays, because sometimes people get them, they don't know how to use them, and those are the 2 options they put down: item not as described, or item is defective, not working. And when in lieu, for the most part, 9 out of 10, I would say actually 10 out of 10, if I never had that many return, but they're going to be working pots, coffee makers, but I don't buy them anymore. So that's what they had yesterday at the thrift store in the location by me. I seen it. It was in a box. It looked like brand spanking new. It had a reservoir on it. I said, "Geez, I don't think I want to go through that again," because for the simple reason is, if they get it, if they get it, they know how to work it. Even with the instructions, they might want to send it back, and now you get stuck eating the return shipping cost. It doesn't. The buyer makes out like a fat cat. They're okay, but for the seller, it comes out of my pocket. But anyway, I'm sorry I went off of that there. I just wanted to share that with you guys. And the other one I want to say is, really quick, I had another one for this month No, actually, it was for last month. The person made the second. This is the second person. Person made a purchase of a Keurig coffee maker, and they made it August 31st, and I ended up canceling it out yesterday. I had to wait 5 days to cancel it out. Okay, that's twice already. I don't know what's going on. All I know is people hit that make a best offer, and I do my due diligence to send out the an invoice, and sometimes the buyers will, as soon as they get the notification, they will pay it. The next day they'll usually pay. If I get it today, let's say something sold today, and then they make payment right away, then I'll just send an invoice out, and then probably the next morning it'll come out. They'll end up getting back to me with that there. But for the most part, that's twice already within last month. I said this month, last month. Well, it happened last month, August 31st. The buyer made the purchase for the coffee pot, the Keurig, and for this month, September, I ended up canceling it out on the 4th. So just keep that in mind, folks. I don't know what's going on with that there. It's the second time. So basically, it was two of them in the month of August. But it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know why buyers do that there. I really don't know. Some people may say if you don't like it, just do away with the best offer, and if you get away with the best offer, do away with the best offer. It's usually required immediate payment when it's just the regular cell function, But it is what it is. But anyway, getting off of that little beaten track. These things here, see these plugs here? See the type with the 2-prong? I bought a total of 4. This one I'm holding on the side because I might have to do a switch up with the buyer that made a purchase of one. What happened was I had one like this with the spring on it, right? See, it's got the spring. And what happened was it sold prior, right? And eBay didn't take it off. And the buyer made a purchase of it because it was showing up. Even though it was sold, it showed up as an active sale. It's the one with the spring. As you can see the spring here. I didn't have it to give him. So I wrote him a note in there. I thanked him, of course. And I wanted to let him know that I had to send him this one. He has a trade-off. And the reason why I didn't list this one is because if he doesn't want that, I'm keeping my fingers crossed he takes this one. It's the more newer one, I believe. I know that's got the spring, so that's probably a more heavy-duty one. But I'm hoping I sent one like this. It's almost the same exact one like this. I'm hoping he'll keep it. But I did say in a letter, the little notation I wrote to him, I said, if you don't want it, if you try it out, you don't want it, send it back, and I'll pay the return shipping. Gets full refund. I really wish eBay, again, would keep up on that as well. When something sells, please remove it from the active listing. I called up last week about that. Oh, we'll look into it. And I go back, and lo and behold, it's there. I love eBay. I've been on eBay for over 20 years. Okay, I've seen a lot of changes. There's little discrepancies here and there when it comes to software upgrades or hardware upgrades. You're going to have system glitches and stuff like that. And I know that. I mean, I've been in that line of work. I've been in the IT field for many, many years. And I know what it's like to be on the other end. But the thing is, what happens is, they really need to, get their act together when it comes to things of that nature. They really got to streamline this or do something with this with their system, because it's not really fair to the seller. Now if that person doesn't want that power cord, they're gonna send it back. I got to give them a full refund. And I mean, I can best say, well, I do have another one here that has a spring on it. I picked it up yesterday. I said, geez, I wish I could have found that a day earlier. I didn't because I found that yesterday, and I already sent his stuff out on Friday. So I don't know. I got to keep my fingers crossed he wants it. If he doesn't want it, I got to send it back, give him his full refund back, and I'll let him know that I do have one over here. That's why I put a piece of paper I wrote in here. Do not list this one. This is the one with the spring on it. And I'll give him the option. I'll say, well, this is what I have. If you want it, you can have this one, Well, swap it back. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Another quick tip, really quick, before we get back into the how to become a top-rated seller. You see this here? You know what these are, right? These are coffee mixes, right? Both clean ones, of course. I am selling this here. You see this brown wallet here, right here? Okay. There's a couple ways you could do to keep these things open, but the easiest way I found is to use stirrers. Okay. Now with this one here, this wallet is brand new. Got it for a pretty good price. Okay, got it for a decent price. This wallet here, and that's what it was going for. You see it up there? That's what it was going for. Brand new, all genuine. It's genuine leather, non-brand name. See, but it is genuine leather. Okay, see it right there. Okay. It's not a Tommy Hilfiger. And you're probably saying, well, this is going to confuse your buyer. I can tell you right now, because you put this on here and they're going to see it there, that's how it's going to look. True, it could confuse them. But I also put in there, I think I highlighted in red, please note, this is not a Tommy Hilfiger wallet. I think I said something to the effect like, I'm including the Tommy Hilfiger tin to protect it during shipping. It looks better. It looks better in here. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It looks a lot better in here. And, I could throw this in a padded envelope. And whatever you want to do with the case, it's up to them. You want to throw it out, throw it out. They could probably sell these things. People do sell empty cases on there. So for the buyer, it'll probably be a better, good thing for them. But it's nice. It's a trifold. It's a trifold one, okay? And it's got the zipper in there too. You can zipper it if you want to put money in there, whatever. So it's a nice one. But you're probably wondering, how do I make it stick out like that there, the trifold like that? How it did? Really simple, folks. If you use one, everything, what's that old saying, we're greater in, things are stronger when it's greater in strength, whatever. Well, instead of using one of these, I use 3. And basically what you want to do is you put it in here, just a little quick tip, if you're going to sell wallets, and voila, okay? And you can take your pictures like that. Okay, quick little tip. That's all I want to share with you guys as far as this part goes. Yes, is this wallet? I know you're probably saying it's a segue. Here it comes. Yes, this is up on eBay. It's a men's wallet, by the way. And yes, if you are the lucky buyer, you're going to get this Tommy Hilfiger tin. But remember one thing: it's not a Tommy Hilfiger. And another thing too, if you do come across these, see if you're in a Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, whatever. Pick these things up. Well, hold on to one. You have to get a bunch of them, but I kind of like collected them. But they're good for pointers. Like sometimes if you look at some of my photos, whenever I am pointing out a defect in an item or a damage or something like that, or sometimes a crack, I will use this. I'll point it. Because you don't want fingers there. You don't want to put fingers. When you're taking photos, you don't want to put body parts in. I remember that from listening to Griff. Griff is he's an employee at IBM. He's an employee at what do you call it, the eBay, and he was talking out there. He goes, yeah, whenever you're doing pictures or taking photos like that, you don't want to put body parts in there, which is true. Wants to see if things. It's okay. I mean, it's okay to do it, but I think it's a little more professional when you're pointing it out like this. Yeah, and I got to make sure they're red. Well, in this particular case, they were red. But yeah, I held on to them because I was thinking, what am I going to do? You can stuff paper in there, and I don't want to touch paper because you can get the ink all over your hands. I don't want to get the ink on a wallet. So I said, wait a minute, there's got to be a way to keep it open. And then I came across these, said, there you go. And it works perfect, as you can see, and that's how it looks in there. All right, now, the thing I want to talk to you guys about is how to become a top-rated seller, okay? Okay, eBay, let me get this over here for a second. eBay, at the end of the month, they usually send me this thing that comes to me, okay? It goes your seller protection summary, all right? As you can see, today is September 5th. That's when this came into me, September 5th, right here where my mouse cursor is. Okay, and it goes, shop our JPC for great deals. As a top-rated seller, you will automatically protect the and will receive the summary of coverage each month to see how you're protected below. Okay, so it says your seller protection summary. It's got over your feedback removed. One was, I guess, for the last 12 months. Defects removed, 0. Return label credits, 0. Partial refund, 0. Then it goes on to say here, top-rated seller protection eligibility. When you deliver on your service promises to create a good buying experience, we will protect you when your buyer falsely claims that the item wasn't described correctly or returns the item after using it or damaging it. Okay. Now, the Cuisinart coffee maker that I got last week, I think I did a video on, it was damaged, and I was going to put in a claim for it from. I did put in a claim with the UPS, but I wasn't going to put in a claim that the buyer broke it because the buyer didn't break it. It was mishandled. But in a case though, which is good to know, that if you do sell something and it's working and it was damaged, from the buyer, then you can notify eBay with that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they're talking about here. Okay, let's recap this again. Top-rate seller protection eligibility. When you deliver on your service promises to create a good buying experiences, we will protect you when a buyer falsely claims the item wasn't described correctly or returns an item after using it or damaging it. Okay? So, at least I have to say one thing. I give kudos to eBay for thinking, for at least sticking up for the sellers in this case. Okay? I mean, I do appreciate what eBay does. I mean, like I said again, I don't have any qualms with eBay. I wish they could make some, changes in the return policy for the buyer, and also the seller, when it comes to a seller, give us a little more latitude as far as like, what am I going to, what happens in a situation when a buyer doesn't pay. I have to reach out to them all the time. They should give me the option to cancel out that order within 2 days versus 5. Because that's whatever. You know what I'm getting at. Okay, so it goes on to say here, active listings could be protected by offering a 30-day returns. Okay, so keep this in mind. Now, this is to become a top-rated seller. Okay, active listings protected because you offer a 30-day return, 100%. See the blue? Blue with blue. Okay, then it goes on to say here, to maintain your protection, continue being a top-rated seller, offer 30-day returns, follow the eBay selling policies, learn more about the seller protections. Okay, and these are active hyperlinks because, not to be funny, if anytime you want to know what an active hyperlink is, when you see the arrow turn to a hand, or whatever, like this here, or that case there, a hand, that's an active hyperlink. You would click it on, it'll hyperlink you to that website. Okay, but anyway, so this is what I get on a monthly basis. I just thought I'd share it with you guys just to put it out there. Okay, so I hope you guys, find it helpful. All right, now to become a top-rated seller, let's switch over to this one here. This is on eBay site, the top-rated seller program. Outstanding service earns big benefits for top-rated sellers. Okay, that's what I am. I'm also a power seller. Remember that? Yeah, no, I know. I have a friend at the thrift store. He goes, "Don't wear the top-rated. Don't wear that power seller hat." He goes, "You don't have to advertise what you do." I said, "I don't wear." I go with my power seller hat when I'm doing my videos. He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You don't want everybody to know." He goes, "There's enough competition in here. People need to know that." But anyway, that's neither here or there. He's a good guy though. But anyway, so it goes on to say top-rated seller program, right? It says that stands service earns big profits, benefits, I should say big profits. It would be nice with big profits, right? For top-rated sellers. And then it goes on to say, what is a top-rated seller program? And this is off the eBay site. It says sellers who deliver exceptional customer service may qualify for the eBay's top-rated seller program. We support top-rated sellers with exclusive benefits that can help boost your listings visibility, improve conversion, save money, and protect you from abusive buying behavior and events outside of your account. Then they talk about the benefits. Top-rated sellers receive an enhanced visibility in eBay search results and exclusive seller protections. By becoming a top-rated seller, you will be eligible to receive a top-rated seller plus seal that will be prominently displayed with your qualifying listings. The top-rated plus seal lets shoppers know that they can buy with confidence when they purchase your items. Is that nice? That's so beautiful. It's nice. I'm only having a little fun here. And then it goes on to say here, additional seller protection for top-rated sellers. I just put it out here, folks. I don't want to keep this video too long. It's Sunday. It's going on over here, 4 p.m. over here in the East Coast of New York. I know you guys got better things to do than hear me go on and on about being a top-rated seller. You could just type in here, do a Google search, okay? Just type in top-rated seller program in a Google search. It'll bring you to this window, and you could read more into it, okay? Why I like to be a top-rated seller? Well, for one thing, I believe, this is my own personal belief, that when you're a top-rated seller, I think it kind of like eases the potential buyer's mind as far as like, hey, if I buy off of this guy, am I going to get stuck with it? Is he going to give me a hard time? Am I going to get my refund? Whenever I get ready to buy something from another seller, I always prefer top-rated seller. For the simple reason is, like me, well, at least I hope they think like me, I'm sure they do, I want to keep that top-rated seller status. Okay, I want a good reputation on eBay, and people will continue. Like I said, if you got a good reputation, hopefully you're going to get repeat buyers or word of mouth. That's the thing. You want to make a good presentation. You want to have a good reputation on there as well. So by being a top-rated plus seller, I believe, and this is my personal take, I believe it does help. Okay, you might say, well, is it going to boost your sales or whatever? Well, I can't say necessarily it's going to boost your sales, but I think a buyer is a little more relaxed when they're buying from a top-rated seller because they know, in order, a top-rated seller, for myself, I want to keep that status, and I'm going to give my potential buyers the best possible deal, and I'm going to give them a no haggle return policy. And like I'm if a buyer buys something from me and they're not 100% happy, you send it back for a full refund. I pay the return shipping. Okay, I want my buyers to shop in confidence. When they go to shop RJ Pasini for great deals, I want them to get a deal. Well, not only the great deal, but I want them to feel confident and have a little less on their mind. Because sometimes when I go to other sellers' other sellers, and I read, if they got a low feedback score, whatever, I go right to the negatives. I want to see why are they like that. The seller doesn't respond to my emails. The buyer didn't give me a refund. The buyer sent me the wrong item. The item wasn't packaged properly, and so on and so forth. The list goes on and on and on. Okay, so I want potential buyers, and hopefully I might have repeat buyers. I don't know. When they buy from me, I want them to have a good deal and a good experience. Okay, and this is the other thing I want to say while I'm on that topic really quick. If you guys out there check out my listings, okay, if you check them out, I'll take it to my thing right quick here. I'm not going to take my list. I'm going to give you, this is my user ID right here. So my mouse cursor is. It's shop-RJ Pasini-for-great-deals. Okay, 100% top rated. What I tell people in my videos, if you are a buyer or you're thinking about buying from me, or maybe you are a repeat buyer, well, if you are, then you already know my service. But look at my feedbacks prior to making any purchases. Seriously. I tell that in other videos. Before you buy from me, just take a little time and scroll down and read some of the feedback that other buyers were saying about my service. And then you decide. Okay? You decide. And I tell you this, I work with my buyers. Okay? I will jump through hoops for my buyers to give you guys a good deal, the best deal I can. I can't give you, I can't charge so low, where I'm not making a profit, but I will work with you guys the best I can where it's comparable, it's compromised on both. You're getting a good deal, I'm still making money. You know what I'm saying? So I will work with my buyers. My buyers are my number one priority. Okay? Without your buyers, you ain't got nothing. Okay? So, I will work with my buyers. As long as they keep when they make a best offer, keep it reasonable. I've been accepting a lot of best offers. So, if you want a good deal, make that offer and don't hesitate. I think people feel funny when it comes to making the best. Like, geez, I something. All the times the little things I buy for eBay, which is toner cartridges, ink, and the seller's got the item for so cheap as it is, and I say to myself, am I really gonna, make a best offer when a guy's selling, let's say, a toner cartridge for like $10 or $15? Am I going to really say to that guy, hey, will you take 10? I mean, it's cheap enough. Now, if it was 110, then I'd make a best offer. I'd say, well, you got it for 110. Would you take 75 for it or something like that, depending on what it is? But I mean, if something's like for 10 or 15 bucks, I'm not going to sit there, contact the seller and say, well, I'll tell you what, will you do 10? It's cheap enough. I'm still getting a good deal. Especially when it comes to buying HP or toner cartridges, they're pretty pricey. And if somebody was selling a toner cartridge for my HP laser printer, and it was $15, knowing what they cost, I'm not gonna negotiate with the seller. I'm not gonna sit there saying, will you take 10 for it? I'm gonna give him what he wants, because I know what these toner cartridges go for. I buy non-generic brands. I don't buy the HP brands because they're very expensive. But I tell you, the places, like the ones I do buy from, never had a problem with them, folks. Never had a problem with the toner cartridges. So, it is what it is. All right. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to tell you guys. We went over the window over here, qualify as a top-rated seller. Let's read that really quick, and then I'm bumping out for here. I want to keep this as short as possible. To qualify as a top-rated seller, to become a top-rated seller, you must meet the following guidelines. An eBay, it goes on to say, an eBay account that has been active for at least 90 days, 100 or more transactions, and $1,000 in sales during the last 12 months with U.S. buyers. A defect rate less than 0.5% with 3 or fewer defects from the unique buyers. Cases closed without seller resolution, less fees than equal to 0.3% or 2 fewer cases. A late shipment rate less than 3%, and 5 or fewer late shipments. Tracking and uploading with stated handling time, and a carrier validation of 95% of the transactions to you as buyers. Okay. Once you meet these requirements, we'll automatically upgrade you to a top-rated seller status on your next evaluation, which I think I get evaluated every 15th or the 20th of the month, or something along that line. Okay. And then so we take your seller performance to the next level with the Top Rated Seller Plus. That's what I am. I'm a Top Rated Seller Plus. See, people say, what's a Top Rated Seller? And there's a Top Rated Seller Plus. They should just go back to the Power Seller thing. Once you become a Top Rated Seller Plus, like that, just go back to the Power Seller. They should do that again instead of Top Rated Seller Plus. Okay. And then it goes on again here. Last part here. It says, as a top-rated seller, you can qualify for top-rated plus, and additional benefits when your listings offer the following services: same or one-day business handling, right? And the 30-day or longer free return period with money-back option. You can choose to offer these in some or all listings. For listings that qualify, you earn the following benefits: top-rated seller plus seal, displayed promptly in the search results. And your listing description, and a 10% discount on final value fees. Now, a couple of years back, it used to be 20%. eBay chopped it down to 10. What can you say? It's their platform. What's that all saying? You can't take the heat out of the kitchen. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to share with you that information with you on becoming a top-rated seller. I hope you guys who visit this channel for the first time, if you are a newbie, and you want to get a little more information about what I'm all about, what this channel's all about, I call it the His Initiative. It's to help, inspire, and share. Okay, that's why I call it the His Initiative. And I do the reseller news, and I do the Let's Talk eBay, and I'm also a vlogger. So there may be times I might talk about the software I use to create my videos, or the software I use to create my website, or some digital photography trips, like tips, like I showed you earlier. Not that's a big tip, but I just thought I'd throw it out there for you guys. And the more you subscribe, the more people I get to subscribe to this channel, and it grows bigger and bigger. I plan on anteing up and putting some more other, and go into a little more detailed information about certain things that I feel is that I would like to share with you guys. Okay, the reseller news, for all intents and purposes, is to keep you aware of what's going on within quote unquote the e-commerce world. Okay, so if you get a chance, when I do the reseller news, I would recommend you check it out just to hear it out. But I do other topics as well. It's not just it definitely bases a lot on reselling, but for the most part, I do like to cover other topics. But they're all business related. Okay. So anytime you come to my YouTube channel, I hope when I do put out the information, you get a takeaway from it, folks. That is the most important thing, that you guys get a takeaway from it. You learn something from what I was talking about. And I get Google alerts and I get email notifications. And when I feel something's important, I'm going to put it out there and share with you guys. It's to keep you guys in the loop of what's going on within the eBay world, especially if you're an eBay seller. Okay? But anyway, I'm going to end this video. That's all I have for you right now. I got some more research to do. I also have a podcast I want to try to work on. I'm going to see if I could do it tonight. I'm going to see right now. So we're going to see where that goes. So, but I wanted to get this out there to you guys. So, you know what? If you could, strive to be a top-rated seller plus seller, on eBay. If you're a newbie, it can be done. I'm sure within the 12 months, I'm sure you guys can meet the $1,000 threshold. Okay, but there's nothing wrong with it. And like I said again, I do believe it kind of like my personal take is that it does help, plain and simple. So it's everything's a journey. My growing this YouTube channel was a journey, but I have to honestly say really quick, thanks to you guys out there who hit that subscribe button, you made it all possible. You made it all possible. And I'm toying around with the idea with super chats and doing a live feeds and stuff like that. But right now, I kind of like put that on the back burner because, I don't know. I got to feel a little more comfortable with it. I'm still learning a lot more with this here because now, once you become monetized, YouTube will send you some little ideas on how to promote your channel and so on and so forth. So in between my daily work here, I try to zone in on that once in a while to see what I could do with that there. So there may be a time I might have, might offer super chats. I might do a live videos, whatever, live chats, whatever they call it there. Like I said, I'm still learning this stuff, I mean, it to me, it doesn't really, when they put all that stuff out there before you become monetized, it doesn't really mean nothing to me at the time, because I'm saying, well, what do I need to learn it? My channel's not monetized. But now, after you get your channel monetized, YouTube, they start, send you little, they'll send you emails or send you notifications when you go into your YouTube Studio account and you're looking and stuff, and then they'll tell you things. They give you all these pointers and stuff like that, which is really great. I love YouTube as much as I love eBay. The two go hand in hand. You know what I mean? But otherwise, I don't know when that's going to happen. So I got to see how that works out, folks. I really do. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend. My name is Rich Pasini. You're watching Let's Talk eBay for September 5th, 2021. As I always say in my videos in closing, if you are thinking about selling on eBay or you are a seller on eBay, I am wishing you guys all the best in sales. And if you get the time, if you like this video, or if you checked out any of my other videos and you got a takeaway from it, you like it, hopefully you like me, please don't forget that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated as to when I post out new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. And so next time, bye-bye for now.